Hey guys, and welcome to another video. So when I was thinking about what to film today, I was like, I could talk about interviews, but I feel like I bombarded you with information which could be really irrelevant to some of you guys. So I was like, maybe not that today. I could also talk about mocks and revision, but I feel like, honestly, I'm not in the mood to talk about that. So instead, I just want to have a proper sit-down, chatty talk about how I'm feeling about life, and that kind of encompasses both school, and then also friends and being really sentimental, and then finally university and how I feel about that. So number one, school. I would be lying to you if I sat here really happy saying I'm doing really well with school and I love it so much, I'm gonna get 3 A stars. That's a bit of a lie. I had my mocks last week and the week before, and honestly, they were pretty tough. They were really tough. I also had my Newcastle interview at the beginning of mocks and my Manchester interview in the middle of mocks. So as you can imagine, there's lots of prioritising between interviews and mocks. I want to do well in interviews because they're the make it or break it of getting into medicine. I want to do well in mocks because I feel like I want to kind of prove to myself that I can do this, and I want to kind of feel, I don't know, like confident that I'm gonna get what I need to get. And so it was tough in kind of balancing that. And then generally, during mocks, I think I left it too late. I think I crammed, I think I didn't prepare myself, and I sound really pessimistic, but genuinely this is how I feel. I feel as though I didn't do as well as I could have done. I feel as though I kind of went into it being like, oh, it'll be fine, and then I found myself cramming till 1 a.m. the night before a mock, which is never where you want to be, and I found it really tough and not how I wanted it to go. And one thing I really find frustrating is during class, in lessons, I do the work. I put in so much work. I make notes, I answer questions, I put my hand up, I put in the effort. And then when it comes to exams, I just don't get what I want to get, basically. And for example, biology last term, I remember we did a topic test and I had worked so hard in that one. I had done so much work, and I get back my my paper and I just saw my mark and I was just so frustrated. And I was like, really? And I was like, miss, I did so much revision and practiced so many questions and made notes. I did so much work just for a topic test, and I still wasn't getting nearly close to what I wanted. And it's just annoying, really annoying. And so for me, school in that sense has been annoying because of mocks, because it's like, damn it, I could have done better. Also, just generally, A2 is tough. I'm sure if you're in the years below, you would have heard the same thing from people in my year. A2 is really tough, whether that be in bio or chem or maths with disgusting C3. Just generally, it's being quite heavy, and it's like, there's so much work and it's really, really hard, and you can feel that it's hard. And it's tough being able to balance that and being able to do as well as I want to do in that. And I am conscious, really, really conscious that I have, 4 months till my exams that I really want to do well in. And so yeah, in that sense, school is being a bit tough right now. And I'm sure, and I kind of slightly hope, that other people in my year also feel that way. So yeah, that's how school is. Topic number 2 is friends and memories and me being really sentimental. That is something about me that I'm sure most of you know. I am super sentimental in a sense that I get really emotional, quite sensitive about things, especially memories. And I'm someone who is overly conscious about the fact that in 5 years, 10 years, I might not be friends with the people that I'm friends with today, and that I might not even see them in a couple of years' times. I might have them as a friend on Facebook or a follower on Instagram, and then that's it really. And I'm not going to make that effort. And so I feel like I'm always desperate to make memories and be friends with them now in this moment. So for example, whether it was like my Christmas cards, I made Christmas cards, I put an effort and I gave it to people. I tried to organise things like meals out. Like last week we went for a really nice meal out, a whole bunch of us, and just had the day to ourselves once we finished mocks, and it was really, really nice, and I felt like I needed it. And lots of my friends would message me thank you, that was really nice. It was good just to have a day out as us as friends. And after we went out for a meal, 2 of my friends and I were just in Starbucks, just chilling, joking, taking silly photos, and it was really nice. And it was in the back of my mind, I'm kind of going, you have a term with these people, and then you have exams, and then summer, and then a big old question mark on what happens. So make the most of it. And so I think that's something that I'm really aware of, just the fact that how little time I have with these people, which I know sounds really extreme, like, okay, calm down. But for me, I don't know, I'm the kind of person that I value that so much. And I know technically if I put in the effort in the next few years, I can still be friends with them. But I don't know, I just feel like really like, oh, I'm not going to see you in ages, we have one term, can we please just do lots of quickly, like loads of fun stuff right now before the time ends. I kind of feel as though, you know, those little, what do they call it, those sand time thingies, you know, where you turn it and the sand slowly comes down. I feel like life in school with friends is like one of those. It's just less and less time every single day with these people, which is a really weird way of looking at it, but that's kind of how I feel. And then finally, uni and how I feel about that. It's so crappy in a sense doing medicine, applying for medicine, because it's this whole sense of who knows whether I'm going to get in, who knows what's going to happen. With friends doing other courses, they've all been like, I've got 5 offers, I've got my unconditional, I've got my conditionals, I got into the uni I really wanted to go into, and they're all done, they're sorted, they know what they're doing. I have friends who applied for Oxbridge, and that was a massive wake-up call. A lot of them got their results and their offers or rejections a few days ago, and even the people who I was so sure would get in got rejected. And I think it was a bit of a reality check of, that could be me in a month or 2, that's really scary. And it's sort of the feeling that I have no idea whether I'm going to get in, basically. And I don't know about you, but I hope, you know, anyone else who's had their interviews for med, how do you feel about it? Like for me, I feel like some days if I'm feeling good, I think about my Manchester interview and I go, that was really good when I said that. And they smiled in that bit, so I'm sure it's went well. Then some days when I'm feeling bad, I'm like, oh, remember Newcastle when that happened? Or when this person said this, I just haven't got in at all. I'm going to get a rejection. And I know the advice that I've got from older people who have already went through the process, just don't think about it. How do you not think about it? How do you just lock it away and just not be... I know the fact that it's... Once you have that interview and it's all based on the interview, it's like, what, there's nothing else I can do? And that's really scary, and it's like, I don't know what I'm doing in September right now. Hopefully I go to university doing the course that I really would love to do, or I'm taking a gap year, or I'm doing biology, I don't know. And it's really tough and it's really annoying. And yeah, just seeing everyone getting their offers or rejections from Oxbridge kind of made me feel a bit more like, just a bit more real about it. And I was like, God, I'm gonna cry for ages if I get a rejection, basically. I know I shouldn't be thinking like that, and I shouldn't really be thinking about it at all, but you can't help but think about it, I think. But yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. I know this isn't like me giving you tips or giving you advice or revision tips or anything like that. It's just me talking and chatting about how I feel. It's almost therapeutic. It's great. Hopefully that makes some of you feel reassured, because please do remember, I do not have my life together. I get some people messaging me, which is so sweet, don't get me wrong, like on Instagram, like, oh, I love your videos, can you give me advice about this and this? And it's like, there's only so much I know. Everything about medicine that I know, it's because I've read up on it, or I've spoken to people about it. I've never done any of it myself, most of it. I can give you tips about GCSEs and some on AS, but not really anything else. Please be aware that I'm just another student like you who is finding their way through A2, and I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a bit tired. But yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. Please do let me know, how are you feeling? You know, January can always be a bit tricky, I think. Just it's like this overwhelming new start of a new year, and you just want things to go right, basically. Let me know how you're feeling, comment it down below, and I'm sure I'm probably going to reply and let you know. Please do go check out my Twitter @_ManishaP and my Instagram @_ManishaP. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the Student Room for new content every single week. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I shall see you sometime soon. Bye!